Hi, I'm Evan Pantazi. In the past, you've noticed that I've worked with many different styles. I started with a Shuri-based system or using the Nahanchi. I went down to Naha and did the Uechi. I've done grappling. I've done Jiu-Jitsu styles, Tai Chi styles, Wing Chun styles. I've done many different arts in my professional career of over 40 years. So I adapt and put the Kyusho into everything because it's in everything, or it could be. It's only up to you to decide whether you want to put it in there or not. Now, the Kyusho gives you greater insights because it teaches you how to look at the weaker anatomical structures of the body rather than just randomly striking head, body, leg, takedowns, grappling, whatever you're doing. You're looking for the weaknesses of the body and how to take advantage of them in that particular situation or for your particular style, movement, or requirement. So again, the Kyusho is universal. It's all how you want to adapt it, and there's many different ways to apply the Kyusho. You can use it as a pain compliance, although in a real situation and our law enforcement segments, it's not the viable alternative because pain compliance, you have someone that's enraged, they don't care about the pain so much. You got someone on drugs, they don't even feel the pain so much. All right, what you're looking for in the Kyusho studies is this dysfunction. Now you can do that on many different levels. You can do it neurologically, you can do it with choking the blood, and no, not just the neck choke that everybody knows. You can choke the blood everywhere in the body. There's a viability to affect the blood and drop the blood pressure so the person has a vasovagal faint, just like a blood choke or a rear naked choke on an individual in grappling. So there's many different concepts you could work. You could just dysfunction the person to get him into follow-up movements. You can use it, again, so many different ways, and even in the healing arts. Now here's something that's missing from most martial arts schools. In the Bubishi, for example, there are two sections. One is for the healing and the herbology, one is for the hurting. Now, that's missing from our martial arts nowadays. We only have the one side, the yang side. You don't have the yin side of the healing. How much more value can you give to students or clients if you are showing them how to get rid of a headache, for example, or get rid of nausea, or clear up their sinuses within seconds without drugs, just using some nerves and pressure upon those nerves to open up different areas because it causes a sinus to open, for an example. It releases the tension in a muscle that's binding, that's giving the person a headache. Or it's relaxing the nerves of the stomach so the person that's experiencing nausea can get past that and get over it. So all of these different functions are in the Kyusho study as well as the martial, and it adapts to anything. You can have a jiu-jitsu school, as a matter of fact, and you can do stand-up grappling from tuite, or the joint manipulations, to the groundwork, and you can apply Kyusho. Now, also reviving people from blood chokes. Not a lot of schools even cover that. Yeah, they tell you how to do a blood choke and they tell you to wait till the guy passes out. They don't tell you anything about how to fix them. All right, so how do you practice this? Most schools don't. They just suppose it's going to work for them. They've never applied it. Now, it's a dangerous technique, and I don't recommend trying it all the time. But if you've never experienced it, well, then how do you know it's going to work for you for real? Okay, and that's one of the criticisms we've had in the past. We've had criticisms from, oh, you hit too light, or what are you doing? You're hitting another person and causing them to dysfunction. Where are your ethics? So you're stuck in that dichotomy, all right? And I prefer to experiment, use it, see what it does for real, and then fix the person afterwards. And knowing the yin and the yang, or the healing and the hurting of it, you can do that. You can adapt it. You can put it in your school. You can keep your safety levels plus your reality levels in there. So again, Kyusho will fit in any style. And it will fit in your style if you only put your mind to it. It's as simple as that. Yes, you have to locate a few nerves. Yes, you have to practice with them. It's not going to come just because you know where the nerve is and you just hit it. It doesn't mean that it's going to work. There's a certain trajectory you have to use. There's a certain pressure application or a kinetic transfer of energy from your hand into the person's nerves. to make it effective. And there's a different set of principles for a nerve attack compared to a blood attack. So again, you just can't generalize, and that's what a lot of people did early on. They saw the films on YouTube, they saw videotapes, they went to a seminar, they saw a few targets, how they worked, and the person dropped, and they went back to their dojo, they tried it, and it didn't work for them because they didn't really have the details or the tactile feeling for attacking these certain aspects on the human body, or these certain vulnerable spots or nerves or blood vessels, muscle spindle cells, Golgi tendon bodies, you name it. There's a bunch of different reflexes and anatomical structures you can attack, but they didn't get the details on how. And then they didn't spend the time working out, okay, I've got to use this kind of pressure, I got to use that kind of pressure, what you have to do for a certain target, because they never studied the anatomy either. They never went online or looked in a medical text to see where those structures are, how they lay, and so they can really get them effectively pinched against the bone, for example, or compressed or stretched, or whatever the case may be. So again, your Kyusho study will help you only if you decide to let it, okay? And then when you do decide to let it, start slow. Take one target, okay? Look at it. Look at an anatomical chart. You can go online. You can get them for free. You don't need to pay for anatomical charts. I sell anatomical charts with the targets on it. But you can go online and look it up for free, all right? Just take the time to look at it, okay? And that will give you the understanding. And then watch the films. Go back and put that information you got with the anatomical structure in with your practices, and you'll learn it eventually. Or, hey, seek out a qualified instructor near you, okay? And that'd be the best, because you get the insurance that you're going to be doing it safely and correctly without wasting a lot of man hours and chasing your tail for a while until you can get it to succeed. So that's where we come in. We try to help you become more efficient even in your training with the Kyusho. So I hope this helps. It will fit in any style. Kyusho is for every art, whether it be Tai Chi, Xingyi, Bagua, or some of the harder karate styles like Goju-Ryu, Shotokan, you name it, even Taekwondo, okay? You can fit the Kyusho in. So it's going to only help you, only if you help yourself to learn it. Thanks for watching.